All right, thank you.
When you look back at the game the other day, how much of that is just Deshaun Watson and how well he played versus things that maybe you guys could have cleaned up a little bit?
It was both, but he took advantage when things weren't going great. When things weren't right, he made his plays. So there's obviously things you can correct on tape when you look at it the next day, but he still made big plays.
What do you say to Jeremy Lane?
Well, he's a pro. He's a pro. At the end of the day, you know how much this is a business, and if you've been in this game long enough, you know that it's a business, and I think he understands that, and he's always been a consummate professional about everything. So I think he'll approach this the same way. I think it'll end up being a blessing in disguise. He'll be fine when he comes back. But I'm sure it'll be awkward between him and some people. He knows, the teammates and the coaches could, have much say-so in this. It's the front office, and thankfully the front office guys don't have to see him as much, so it's awkward with everybody else. But I think it'll be fine.
What does it mean to you guys to see a guy like Dwayne Brown added at this point in the season and adding to what you have already?
I think it's really cool. I think it says a lot about what our front office thinks of our team right now, and what they think about us moving forward. I think they think this is our window, this is our chance to take it by the reins, and they're doing everything they can to put us in position to be successful and make us a championship team. And any perceived weaknesses, they're doing their best to shore up, and they're doing a phenomenal job.
What you used to play against Terrell Pryor in practice in a different way. What's it going to be like to line up against him?
I'm sure it'll be. We lined up against him last year when he was in 2 years ago. 2 years ago, I think, when he was in Cleveland. 15. But it was fun. He has his moves. He's still fast. He's still a great athlete. He catches the ball well. It'll be a good matchup. But they got other guys too. They got Crowder. They got Grant. So you got to be ready for all those guys.
What are your impressions of Cousins? He's having a pretty good year so far. Just what have you seen out of him when you study him?
He's doing the same things he's always done well. He throws the deep ball well. He has good decision making. When he has time back there, he's incredibly effective. He uses his feet when he has to. He's not afraid to tuck it and run. He's more athletic than people give him credit for. And after this year, he's going to get paid. It's going to be a fun contract to watch his contract play out.
You and Shaq had a lot of conversations during the game and then after the game on Sunday. I'm wondering, has he come to you with any other observations since game day, just because he is such a student of the game?
Not really. It was a good game for him. It was a good game for, good learning game more than anything for him, for the defense in general, just to be able to correct a couple things, get things settled. But no, he hasn't come to me with any other observations or anything. I think he's starting to get a feel for his rhythm and his routine and how he's playing the game and how he approaches the game, and he's kind of going out on his own, and you can appreciate that. That's what it is to be a veteran. But he still comes to me with any questions he has, because just like last week, there's still some new experiences to be had in this league. Every week's a new battle, a new fight, and he's finding that out.
When you look back on your career, can you pinpoint kind of your biggest learning game, whether you had the most eye-opening experience?
It was probably playing against Larry. I think it was the last game of my rookie year. And it was less to do with athleticism and body position and things like that than it was just being crafty and being smart, and understanding places on the field, where the quarterbacks likes to put the ball, because he'd be running the same routes as these other guys, but he'd be getting to different places on the field. And it's kind of, you're watching all these guys on film, and you're like, man, why, he's running the same route, but how is he getting to these different places? But it's more of a mental game. It's more of an understanding of he and the quarterback's relationship, his veteranness, than it is route combinations and things like that in the rhythm of the game. And once I realized that, I figured out that, once you find your own rhythm to the game and your own style and your own, way of affecting the game, then you'll be fine regardless of the circumstances, regardless of if you feel like the sky's falling. You can still stand up. You can still make plays because your technique shouldn't waver or falter.
What did you guys learn about playing back there without Earl last year?
You just got to be disciplined. That's what you always understand when Earl's not back there. You know, you can't jump out of your gap in the run game. Guys can't be as risky in the run game because you know it's going to be more difficult. You're putting a lot of stress on the middle field safety if a run breaks. Earl's incredibly adept at getting guys to the ground and making those huge gains that will be huge, very minimal. And so a lot of that has to do with the run game and just being disciplined in general.
If he can't go, though, how confident are you guys in Bradley with Dougal?
Brad should be fine. He'll be fine. He's a talented player. He's a veteran. He knows how to play the game. He's played it at a high level. He started on this level for Tampa for a while, and every chance he's gotten to come out there, he's stood up and played fantastic. So we're not really concerned about him going out there and playing.
Did you have any conversation or text with the Texans players about the protest and what went on?
Not until after. We didn't have any conversations with them. Obviously, as we said before, the situation is unfortunate that they have to deal with that and deal with that guy. But we didn't get a chance to converse with them at all before.
Anything else?
Thank you.